Special thanks to Big 4 Motors here in Calgary, Alberta for allowing me to come down and film one of their Jeep Wranglers. Hey, what's going on guys, Pog here and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara trim level right here. So as you guys can see, this beautiful Wrangler is in the red paint, which looks awesome. So here's a side look on this Jeep Wrangler. Sorry, it's a bit snowy right now. Taking a look at the back of this Wrangler, we have the very awesome looking spare tire in the back of the Wrangler. The fuel door. We also have the blind spot monitoring system that's attached to the taillight here. That's also sticking out a little bit. You also get the blind spot triangle right here. So if there's someone in your blind spot, this will light up and chime as well to let you know they're in your blind spot. This Jeep also has keyless entry, so you can just grab the handle and open the door while having the key in your pocket. You can also lock it by pressing this button. Now the Jeep's locked and you can wait a couple seconds, grab the handle, the door's unlocked, and can get inside the Jeep. Taking a look at the driver's side door, as you guys can see, we do have the mirror controls over here, so we can select left to control the driver's side mirror or the right to control the passenger mirror. Yeah, you have the controls for that. You also have your door handle. This is your lock and unlock. So some cool thing is if you press the lock here, you can see that the lock kind of shows you a lock right here. I really like that touch. Of course, if you just grab the handle, you can just unlock it. So we have like net pockets here, a nice handle to shut the door. Let's get in. There's also side steps right here. To go ahead and start the engine, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, push the button to start the engine. You also get this very nice graphics here. So it's like the old Jeep turning into this new Jeep. I really like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the engine. Here we have the 3.6 liter V6 engine. Taking a look at the exterior, as you can see, we do have this beautiful circle LED daytime running lights. You also get the fender lights right there. Let's go ahead and turn on the hazards as well as the headlights. So here's what the Jeep looks like, having the fog lights, the headlights, as well as the turn signals on. Looks really awesome with this light package. Looks really nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tail lights. There we have it. This Jeep also has a backup camera, which is integrated right here by the spare tire. So sitting inside the Jeep Wrangler feels really comfortable. We do have an air vent here that can just be positioned whichever direction you'd like, as you can see. Here we have the headlight controls. So we have all the way to auto, and then you can push this to turn on the fog lights or turn them off. You can also see that right there. When you push that, you can see the fog lights turning on and off. Over here we have the controls, the dimmer switch for the instrument cluster as well. If you go ahead and put it all the way up, you can also go ahead and turn on the lights inside the Jeep. Taking a look at the steering wheel, now I can already feel that the steering wheel is heated. So we can go ahead and get to the controls and we can go ahead and turn on the heated seats or turn them off. It looks like whenever you go ahead and start the Jeep with the remote starter, it automatically goes ahead and turns on the heated seats as well as the heated steering wheel, which is a really nice luxury touch. So On the steering wheel, we do have some buttons that you can go ahead and control the center instrument cluster screen, as well as the phone pickup, voice command, as well as the hang up button. We're going to get into the instrument cluster in a moment. We also have the cruise control here, so you can go ahead and set a cruise control speed. We also have this Jeep logo in the center right there. Again, the steering wheel feels really nice to the touch. Here we have our turn signals, of course. This does have the one tap, and then it's going to do a couple turn signals. Here we have our high beams, just like that. And then obviously to go ahead and turn them on. So I'm guessing it doesn't stay that way, but you just tap it like that. So it's not like that it stays in that position. So let's go ahead and turn off the lights again. All right, so taking a look on the right side here, we do have our front wipers. So we can just go ahead and turn those on and off. The windshield washer, if I go ahead and push that towards the front, you can see that it's going to go ahead and clean the rear glass as well. Here we have the wiper controls for the rear, turn it on or off. Over here we have more climate control vents, so you can go ahead and open the ones you like, position them whichever direction you like. We have this awesome UConnect system. I really love the UConnect system. It's been like one of the best infotainment systems I have had. So the push button start right here. Here we have a volume knob, the front defroster, rear glass defroster, heated steering wheel. Wow, we actually have hard buttons for them. I did not notice that, but yeah, so as you can see, you can go ahead and push this and you can adjust them, so you don't really have to go to the screen to do that. That's really nice. We have the buttons again to go ahead and select the climate control, or you can go ahead and use the touch screen, as you can see. But it's really nice to get these physical buttons here. The mode select, the passenger heated seat right there, AC button, the hazard lights, mute, parking sensors. This here is a screen off button, so if you push this, the screen turns off and you can just touch the screen to turn it back on. Taking a look down here, as you can see, we do have a 12-volt cigarette lighter right here. Here's the controls for the front windows as well as the rear windows. Now, one thing I've noticed is that if you go ahead and push this once, it is one touch down for the driver's sides and the passenger side. But if you want to go ahead and roll them back up, it does not automatically go all the way back up, so you do have to hold them. This is for the rear. Now, as you can hear probably, is that it does not go all the way down, so you do have to hold them down. I do kind of like how the window controls are over here. It's kind of a nice touch versus, you know, having it over here on the top of the door. It's really nice to have it there. It's just something different than any other car. So I really like that. And this right here is, if you put it down here, the windows from the rear cannot be controlled anymore. So we do have the media here. So we have auxiliary, USB-C, as well as a USB port right there. This Jeep also has Apple CarPlay, which is awesome. We also have this auxiliary buttons. We have a nice storage area here. We have the gear shifter, so if I go ahead and put it on reverse, we will have the backup camera with the guidance lines, like so. We also have the parking sensors in the back right there. And I really like how the Jeep looks like right there. We have neutral as well as drive. And you can also go ahead and shift the Jeep manually. Here we have two cup holders, as well as this spot here. You can go ahead and put your phone, or you can go ahead and put the key for the Jeep. Here we have the parking brake. Here we have the four-wheel drive control, so 2 high, 4 high, as well as the 4 low right there. Opening up the center console here, there are actually 2 compartments. So if you go ahead and pull this part up, you have this small spot here. And then if you grab it from the bottom here, you do have a USB port, as well a lot larger center console right there. We do have a very nice grab handle here for the passenger, as well as, of course, the handles that we get here. There's a lockable glove compartment. And this right here should be the toolkit when you want to take the doors off or fold down the windshield to the hood. Taking a look at the front seats, we do have a Sahara badge right here. The seats are really comfortable feeling. They are controlled manually, so you don't have any power buttons to control the seats. So taking a look over here to the instrument cluster, as you guys can see, we do have the digital speedometer setting right here. One thing I really like about it is that you can go ahead and customize wherever you want whatever. So if we go ahead and push this and we go over here to the screen setup, we can go ahead and, let's say we want the upper left to be whatever you want. So let's say you want the time to be there, so you can hit OK. And then you can go ahead and, let's say you want the upper right to be the range. You can just select range there. And I won't be surprised if this is the settings I had over there with my previous car, which was a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. Current gear, so you can go ahead and make it so that it will show you which gear you're in. Right there, I believe next to the drive. Odometer, show or hide. You can see like you have so many customizations, whichever way you'd like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that back off. But favorite menus, gear display, so you can show full or you can show just one. So look at the amount of customizations you get with these cars. I really like that. So let's head back over to the digital speedometer here. And again, I'm only using like this, and it's super easy to do. So right now we can go right or left because we do have to have like a dotted line here to show me that I can go there. So let's go down here, and from here we have vehicle info. So we have tire pressure monitoring system, shows us what's the tire pressure on each wheel and which wheel. So let's go over to the right. We have the coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil pressure. We also have the oil life right here, as well as the battery voltage. Going further down, we do have the drivetrain, as well as the pitch and roll. Fuel economy is right over here. We are sitting in this parking lot filming the Jeep, so obviously this is nowhere near accurate. Let's go over down here where we can see the trip A as well as trip B. Stop start. We have the current station, no stored messages, and of course press OK to go to the screen setup. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the UConnect system. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the temperature a little bit here, put it on sync as well. So starting off here, we have our media controls. So we can go over to AM, FM, Sirius XM, or you can select the source. So you can go Bluetooth, auxiliary, USB 1, USB 2, USB 3. Wow, that's a lot of USB devices you can connect. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and also take a look here. You have your presets. Of course, again, Bluetooth. You can go ahead and pair your phone. Let's say no to that. Let's go ahead and hit climate. Right over here, we can as well control the rear defroster, the front, as well as we can set the climate control into auto. AC right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in manual so that it's not too noisy. Again, you can control them on the touchscreen. It's really awesome. You can also just use the buttons here, this dial I mean, to go ahead and adjust the fan speed, as well as, again, the buttons. I really like that you have both options here. So I'm gonna also go a bit further away so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. So controls, again, if we go back here, we have our mirror dimmer, because this mirror doesn't have like any buttons on the mirror itself. If we look over here, we do have SOS as well as assist right there. But if you want to control the automatic mirror dimmer, you have to control them from the touchscreen, which is really nice. Backup camera, so if you need to see what's going on, you can put the backup camera, and even though we're not on reverse, you can still see the guidance lines. Let's go back over to the controls. We also can go directly to the settings. So we have navigation right here, loading navigation, view map. Of course, I'm here at Big 4 Motors. You can also go over to where to, type in an address, or you could just simply go ahead and push this. Find the nearest gas station.
There are multiple entries for gas stations. Select a line number, say page up, Page down or say back.
Cancel.
Canceled.
So you can see it did give me a lot of options that I could pick from to go to that location. Then we have, of course, phone here, so you can go ahead and pair your phone, make phone calls. We also have settings here. So if we go over here, we have the language, we have the display units. You can select custom and pick what you want. So speed example, we can go with kilometers an hour, distance, kilometers, fuel consumption, liters per 100 kilometers, pressure could be like PSI, or whichever way you'd like your infotainment to be or your car to be displaying the numbers, you can select it that way. So it's really customizable. Voice, clock, camera. We also have safety and driving assistance. So if you find your parking sensors to be too loud, you can just put them on low, medium, or high. And then here we have the blind spot alert. So with this, you have the off option or the lights, which means that it will go ahead and show you that triangle will light up, letting you know there's someone in your blind spot. Or you have the lights and chime, hill start assist, mirrors and wipers, lights, doors and locks, seats and comfort. I think this is where you can go ahead and customize, where I said when you use the car starter, it's going to go ahead and automatically turn on the heated seats as well as the heated steering wheel. So as you can see here, auto on, driver heated seat, as well as the steering wheel. So you can select it to be off, remote start, or all starts. Mirrors and wipers, lights, doors. Okay, we got all through that. Auxiliary switches. So here we have them. We can just go ahead and control them, I guess. I'm not really familiar with the auxiliary switches, but they are in the settings. Key off options, audio, phone, Sirius XM setup, reset, and system information. Taking a look at the visors here, we do have the home link controls here. So 1, 2, 3. You can have that there. We also have the vanity mirrors here. This is how you would go ahead and take out the top here. But yeah, guys, like sitting up here, taking a look at this hood, like this Jeep just feels really awesome. Right now, let's go ahead and turn off the Jeep so we can go ahead and quickly take a look at the rear seats. Here we do have the driver's rear door. So we have the handle here, nice grab handle here, or some storage area. You can put some stuff. The nets here. And one more thing you might be noticing is there's no any window controls on this door. And that's because they're right over here. So if we take a look, we do have this climate control vents. And we also have the window switches right here. Down here, we have a USB-C, 2 USB-Cs actually, and 2 USB ports right there. Also 115 volts AC adapter down there as well, and some storage, or you can put some iPhone here or something like that. Here we have the pockets behind the driver's and passenger seat. There's the options as well as the total price, which ended up $58,480, and this is obviously before any discounts. Is just the MSRP there. Pulling this down, you can notice that we get like a place you can put your phone, as well as right here you can go ahead and use them as cup holders. And these are, I believe, they do move out, as you can see right there. So this is what the headliner looks like on the Jeep Wrangler. Looks really cool. There you go. Here we have a key slot here, so if your remote battery dies, you can just use that to open the doors. Here is the controls for the driver's seat. So you have this to adjust the backs. That's what the seat looks like. It looks really nice. And then this will raise as well as lower the seat. And then to go back and then make it forward, you just use this. We also have that keyhole over here to the passenger side door. So here is the passenger door. So we have the handle, lock and unlock. So if we lock, you can see that the lock shows up over here by the handle, and that also applies to the rear doors. So this very awesome looking lock that's shown there too. So we have a nice pocket here as well, some net pockets there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the back. You also have another key slot right here by the tailgate. So to go ahead and open it up, it looks like we still have keyless entry. Push this, the Jeep's locked. We can go ahead and let's see. Oh yeah, so we can just go ahead and open this up like so. And then we just simply put this up. And taking a look back here, we do have some floor mats, it looks like. There's a very nice looking subwoofer. And then if we have some storage here, and then if you're wondering what these are for, these are actually for, if you look carefully, door hinges. So if you want to take the doors off, you know where to put the bolts so that you don't confuse them. So there's the roof, the windshield. And then in here, if you want to open this, you just move this. And now you can also find your jack right there. Here we have another 12-volt socket. You can also go ahead and fold the rear seats. So this will fold the headrest. To go ahead and close the tailgate, or rear door actually I should say, you put that down and then you can close it just like that. There we have it. Really liking this taillights. Now the tires on this Jeep are the Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires, 255/70 R18 all around. Now if you want to go ahead and lower the seats, you just simply do this, and then they can be nice and flat, just like this. And if you look over here, we do have this really nice little Jeep on the wheels, just like so. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but this Jeep does not have any Jeep symbol in the front, because I guess it definitely looks like a Jeep. Here's another Jeep, more Jeep. We do have the Jeep right here, Sahara trim, Wrangler Unlimited. Here we have the antenna, more Jeep, and some more Jeep. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video review of this 2020 Jeep Wrangler Sahara Unlimited. This is a very beautiful Jeep. Really like it in the red color. Beautiful Jeep. Thanks for watching.